Salutations, everybody. It is Matty here today with week 61 of the H.A.M Radio Podcast. And we're doing things a little bit different with a test run. We're trying cameras because we see that our podcast rankings are going up a little bit. And we're like, hey, let's be an official podcast.
We made this overlay up. We hope you like it. Big shout out to Kiki Wonka, who's actually the man responsible for all of the art. Looks really cool. And as Maddie said, this is very much a test run. We're using Skype and dodgy internet connections. So if it drops or if it's laggy, we do apologize, but we're trying our best.
Yeah, and we have two special guests with us.
Introduce yourself, guys.
Yeah, Nissan's just laying there like he doesn't even give a fuck.
He's just like,
why are you on my cast, bro?
I want a podcast. No big
deal.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Make yourself
Whatever.
comfortable.
It looks like a very comfortable
house.
chair.
You're gonna be for a while.
Alrighty.
What?
Anyway,
So,
if cameras aren't your jam and you like listening on the go, then you can catch us on iTunes and Google Play. Both will be linked down below for whatever mobile device you have. Oh, as always, there's timestamps in the description. I've been slacking on that. I've always had them there, but I haven't been mentioning them because I forgot to add that to my little intro script for a bunch of episodes. But yeah, they're always there. So if you guys want to hop to whatever segment you want, you guys can go ahead and do so. And then lastly, the way for you to interact with us, get a chance to come on the podcast perhaps, is answering our question with the hashtag H.A.M Radio Time and tag any of the handles you see on screen. So the question is, after the beta, are you surprised at Doom's relatively positive reviews?
We're talking about this, Matty.
And so this week, shit, I fucking X'd it out. This week, we're going to be talking about basically everything Bethesda. Not a lot of Fallout going on lately. We got Dishonored. We got, obviously, with Doom's launch week, that's going to be kind of the main highlight for this podcast. And we got a little bit of a Prey 2 rumor that we'll be talking about a little bit today. But we'll start off with the Fallout 4. We'll get the quick, tiny little news out of the way. It's a big deal for Bethesda and them, but for the community as a whole, I don't think it's like a huge deal. But NVIDIA is launching a Fallout 4 mod contest, and basically 20 modders, including get a massive grand prize of $10,000, a custom modded Fallout 4 PC, a engineering support from the developers of NVIDIA, and that's the grand prize. I apologize. And then 20 modders are actually getting prizes. Winners of each of the 4 categories will get their hands on $5,000, NVIDIA GeForce GTX GPU, and a Bethesda gift bag, which is the Pip-Boy edition, a pop figure, a Fallout 4 bobblehead, a Nuka-Cola hat, a t-shirt, and a Vault Boy mask. And then the last 16 finalists will bring home a GeForce GTX GPU, as well as the gift bag that I just mentioned beforehand. And there's more details on NVIDIA's blog. And basically, the way when you enter for your mod, you have to make it in one of the 4 categories that they mentioned. So there's status, which is dialogue tweaks, audio add-ins, general patches, UI revamps, utilities, etc. Then there's inventory, which is weapons, weapon adjustments, items, clothing, or others. Then data, which is anything workshop or quest related. And then map, which is environmental mods such as vegetation, new structures, or locations, weather related, and similar. So yeah, pretty cool stuff there going on at Bethesda and NVIDIA. Can cash in and make some mods, bro.
Nah, guys, modders aren't allowed to make money. It's the universal rule.
So when's Bethesda not gonna start charging?
I had to.
It's gonna happen.
Sorry, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. But anyway, moving on.
So let's talk a little bit about Doom. All right, the reviews are pretty positive. None of us here have beat this game yet, but we got enough hours in to kind of give some first impressions. What are we thinking on this game so far?
So I guess we can touch on the campaign because a lot of us have some of us have already played and talked about the multiplayer in the beta. The campaign's really, really good. I think people are pleasantly surprised, and the overall opinion or perception of the campaign is that it is good. And it's in particular because of all the guns, of all the mods to those guns, the enemy variations, the level design is awesome. That's one thing. It's complex at times, and sometimes you might get frustrated because you don't know where to go or what to do. But overall, it's incredible level design. Especially this is one bit where you kind of have to like traverse this tower upwards. I'm not going to give too much spoilers, but it's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised with the campaign because for me personally, like for the first half of 2016, Doom was the game I was looking most forward to. And so as time went on, I got more and more worried about the game just because I was thinking to myself that, how fun and interesting can a campaign be when it's just about killing demons? And I know some people are like, it's Doom, what do you expect? But for me, it's like if you gave some type of underlying mystery, how this happened and stuff, it would be so much more better, and they did just that, and it's really, really interesting. It's not really about like a campaign driven by its characters and shit.
Yeah.
It's mainly about the action and killing shit. But I really like the mystery and trying to find out what happened on Mars and stuff. And there is to a surprising degree a lot of dedication to the story, I guess you could say. Because there's like these the dossier in the game, and it's got like these huge written sections that if you really care, you can read about, and it adds more to the universe, and you can see like little visual cues. There's a lot of visual storytelling because your character doesn't talk, so it's really awesome. I love the intro for this game, man.
Oh, it's great. It gets you right in the
awesome.
Action as well. I mean, it doesn't fuck around. And touching on the story, I know a lot of people are saying, well, it's Doom, it doesn't really need a story. I think games have developed to the stage where it's nice to have somewhat of a story, and while this isn't like the most innovative or compelling story in the world, it's still something to bring us along in this journey. Very much so, the campaign is about killing demons, and actually I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, killing all of these enemies, using all of these weapon types, especially with the modifications. I love some of the modifications. And one that I've mentioned in the past is the heavy assault rifle has a tank missile, which is kind of like Iron Man style. And then you've got the chainsaw. It's fucking awesome to use. I'm in love with this game.
Yeah. One thing that I don't ever get is like in games like this, where it's like there's a weapon and then you get the one special like mod or whatever in multiplayer. But in the single player, there's always like a bunch of different attachments. Why do they never bring that in the multiplayer? Because that would like.
I think it's a balance issue, to be honest. Like, imagine if it would be awesome. Don't get me wrong, if they could execute it right. Because if you don't know, in the campaign, for every weapon, there's 2 modifications, and then further improvements or effects that you can add to each of those modifications. So it's relatively in depth. Yeah.
What they could do is like for multiplayer, because like in COD 4, it was like if you had a grenade launcher, you took away perk 1. So just do that. So it's like if I want to put the tank missile on the assault rifle, take away my grenade slot.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not bad.
They do take away some of that stuff in multiplayer. It's just the guns. Yeah. And you can have all the guns unlocked by, I think, level 16 or 18, something like that.
16, short, it's really, really low.
And it kind of sucks, in my opinion, just because the cap is 50.
And plus as well... It's like... Sorry, go on, Nissan.
No, I was just saying, like, for me, it's like, I need a lot of guns, or, like, a lot of things I can do with my guns, and, like, putting camos only lasts so long. So, like, it's all more about
And Ellie and I have a problem with the shotgun. It doesn't allow you to change the color of the handle. Come on, it's important.
It looks classic. It's got the wood stock. It looks cool.
I like it. Okay, I like it, but I don't like that you can't change it. Like... It doesn't match anything else. It doesn't. Just literally, like, you have all these weapons, and then you just have the shotgun with, like, this brown, like, wooden panel. It's like, no.
It's another shotgun, so you go...
Yeah, but the other shotgun's shit. I find myself, and this is the one thing I will say, it's probably my fault, because I haven't experimented enough with the other weapons, but my go-to is the super shotgun and the lightning gun. I think it's a good combo effect. The rocket launcher I see is also used a lot as well. But I think there's still there are a good number of weapons in this game, but it would have been improved, as Nissan said, with having these additional effects or these additional mods. I mean, if for the heavy assault rifle, for example, having that tank missile, it might be a little bit OP because it's auto target, so maybe that's why they didn't include it. But it would still add a little bit more depth to the game.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Though. Like,
because the campaign has a lot of it's surprising depth, I think, and then the multiplayer doesn't. It's because I think the issue with the multiplayer is that it has the what's it called? It has like the guns and stuff you unlock, and then every time you level up, it just gives you, they call it random unlocks, and it just gives you a bunch of like taunts and shit that you can do and new armor pieces, and that's exciting, but that excitement does wear off pretty quickly, in my opinion. And I think it's more fun to be like, ooh, new gun. But when you get all these guns in your first 2 hours,
what I do now.
Yeah, and then after
I
that,
noticed I got
it just relies on the game. How much are you enjoying this game?
Yeah, and it's like as any game can be fun, but it can't last long enough if it's just simple killing. That's why they need I can unlock the attachments for the weapons if I use the weapon line. That would make it to where I could use every weapon.
And also as well, and Nissan and Ellie and I were streaming before, and this is not necessarily a Doom problem. It's more of a community problem. Everyone's playing TDM. No one's trying out the other game modes. And it's kind of frustrating when you're trying to search for them. And maybe it's an Australian issue. I don't know. But
I had issues matchmaking, if you remember.
No, for PC players are really weird about this. I've noticed they only stick to TDM. Like when I go on Xbox, for example, I can find people playing Search and Destroy and Kill Confirm, Domination, whatever. I come on PC, it's either Team Deathmatch or you don't get to play. And it's I don't know why PC players are so focused on that. It's really weird.
Yeah, especially when I play Call of Duty on PC. I switch back and forth to Xbox and PC, and I definitely noticed that no one plays Domination. No one plays any other thing other than Kill Confirmed or Team Deathmatch or Free for All. That's it. No other proper game modes are being used on PC,
they don't exist.
And I remember
you find this one guy in a lobby, and you're I know, but there's no one else, and you're kind of play.
Because I remember during my stream when we were playing on launch night, that's when there's gonna be a lot of players on, and me and Connor, was before you got on loan, we were trying to play freeze tag and all these different modes, and we were sitting in the lobby for a while, and I know the servers are still warming up and all that stuff, but we were sitting there for a while trying to just wait for players to hop in. We'd get in with 6 people, and they'd start a match with a minimum amount of people, and it was kind of crappy in a sense because it was wow, we basically have to play the objective-based modes or whatever, or else we're not playing at all.
And it's annoying.
Yeah, we tried to play freeze tag, and we got a 1v4.
And it was completely unfair. And again, is this a Doom problem? I think it's a community problem, and it's happened, as Nissan says, especially on PC, it happens with a lot of different games, which is why, after a while, I stopped playing Call of Duty, because I really like Search and Destroy and Search and Rescue and those kinds of competitive games. And when everyone just wants to play TDM and that's the only game mode you can play, it gets so tiresome. And it's obviously it's the benchmark, or it's the base mode for most multiplayer FPSs, but after a while it gets just boring. And I worry that with Doom, a similar thing might happen, not because of Doom's fault, but just because generally people want to play TDM all the time and not give anything else a chance. I really like freeze tag. Freeze tag is an awesome concept.
I really like that. The idea of thawing your friends out and stuff. It is intense. I really like that mode. It's innovative.
It requires a lot of teamwork.
Mm-hmm. It's fun, and I think, like you said, it adds a layer of strategy to a game. I don't know why my webcam's blinking right now. It adds a layer of strategy to a really fast-paced game.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen it before.
Yeah,
I haven't.
What was it, Nissan? We said it was Search and Rescue.
It was Search and Rescue. It was the closest that's ever seen.
So Search and Rescue is exactly like Search and Destroy, but instead of permanently dying when you get killed, there's a chance you can get revived. And so,
I forgot about that.
So if you
it was in Ghosts or something.
Yeah, and the way that when I was playing, I'll say clan, sounds so lame, but it was 4 of us, and we would always go in groups of 2 because one of us could always revive the other, and it's really strategic in that sense. And
what was your clan tag, Lone?
I'm not going to say it's lame. I'm not going to say it.
I have a good clan tag story. I'll share mine if you share yours.
Nah.
Do it.
Nah.
Where's your clan? Where's your clan, Lone? God, was it the kangaroos?
No, it wasn't. It's lame. I'm not even going to mention it.
Was it the weeaboos?
All right, I'll tell mine anyway because you're a pussy.
Fuck off.
Me. My clan tag was CG number 2 D. It was Connor's Going to Die.
Fucking nerds.
And the reason it was that is because I don't know why, but me and Ivan were just chilling in an Xbox party with Connor, and we just want to piss him off, so we just started singing Connor's Going to Die, and we just kept doing it over and over until he lost his shit, and then eventually he muted us in the party, and so we just changed our clan tag to CG2D, and it never went away.
That's awesome.
CG2D. that's my kind of story. What's yours?
Not saying it. It's really lame because it started when I was. No, I'm sorry.
Oh my god! Come on. All right. Mine was Kill. All right, like I was like
that's so lame.
10, and like that was like, come on, man. It can't get worse.
Yeah, I was about to say, it can't get. No offense, Nissan. It can't get worse than.
It was bad. Yeah, no, I was that 12. Come on, man. What was yours?
That's as bad as sending like a message to all friends if you want to join the Wreckers. You gotta be at least
I remember I used to get those messages all the time. You know, we're hosting clan tryouts now. You know,
if you want an invite,
you got to be really good. You got to be 5 prestige.
5 prestige.
I know it's 5th. Relax.
No, I know.
Anyway,
right, so what was the clan tag?
Guys, move on with the fucking topic.
Nope. Come on.
Okay, all right.
Well,
fine. The clan tag was, long version, so fucking good, and it shortened to SOFG.
That's not that bad at all.
It's lame. It's so lame.
Oh my god, man.
It's fucking nerds. We're all nerds.
Yeah. We're on a video podcast, Lone.
About games.
Exactly. What do you expect from us?
Fucking nerds. Doom. Anyway, what we were talking about next, Doom reviews and how they fucking changed and the community flip-flopped.
Yeah, what a surprise.
So, alright, so this is what happened, right? The Doom open beta came out and there was a review page on Steam. It was, out of 12,000 reviews, 37% positive. So the remaining was negative. And a lot of people, some of the complaints I saw were legitimate, and I understood a lot of them when I played the original Doom, because I can definitively say with the original Doom, it's much more fast-paced. It feels more fast-paced. With the way you just like sprint into rooms and that bobbing motion, it feels much faster than what this Doom is now. And I know this Doom has different power-ups and whatnot you can get to move faster. But I understood that. But I still
that Berserk power-up where you just use your fists.
Oh, it's crazy, dude.
Anyway,
so yeah, I got some of them, but I still don't understand how this game was so hated. In fact, it was Bethesda's second most hated game on Steam. So it was really, really hated. And then it comes out with the official release, right? And this game has a 93% positivity rating on Steam out of 4,000 reviews, and almost 8 user score on Metacritic, like better than Fallout 4, right? And I'm just saying, and I made a video about this, and a lot of people saying, well, you know, people played the campaign, and the campaign's really good, but a game that has a really good campaign and a technically shit multiplayer doesn't get that good review scores. I think people jump the gun.
A good example I just thought of, and I know we disagree, Lone. BioShock 2 is a good example. It's touted as the worst BioShock game. It's not that good, but yet it's got a good story, but not maybe that good of a multiplayer.
Yeah,
I think that's bullshit.
It is like this is the thing. It's kind of fair because if you brought up BioShock 2, it makes me sound like a bit of a hypocrite because I liked BioShock 2's story and single player. I was kind of indifferent to the multiplayer. Like it was okay. But actually, no, it doesn't make me a hypocrite because I don't think the game is bad overall just because of that.
I was going to say, you said you didn't like an aspect of it, but you didn't say that made the whole game shit is what I was getting at. And I said it, we talked about it briefly on Twitter that for me, it's an issue with gamers in general that they're like, oh, this piece of this game is not to my liking. I'm going to try to represent an entire demographic and say the whole entire thing is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I can't stand that. I can't. It's the worst thing.
The other issue is people, like, the meaning beta has lost. Like, people don't understand what a beta is. Everyone's
That's entirely true.
Oh, open beta, that must mean the game's done. This is what the game's going to be like. It's like, there's a difference between demo and beta.
And it brings up an interesting discussion because the Steam open beta page, you play that open beta, it's a dumbed down version of what the multiplayer is now. It's effectively the same. But what do people do? Do they review the game based entirely on the open beta, or with the thought at the back of their mind that this is not the full game? So it's kind of hard to say which way you go, because if you're leaving a review on the open beta page, should that review be about the open beta, or should it be cognizant of there's more to come and this is not the full game? It's tough.
I mean, people don't get that. Like, I'm not defending them hardcore, but I'm just saying people don't get that the beta is designed to help improve the game. So when you put it out there and people decide that the game is absolute dog shit that early, when it's being put out there with flaws so that they can be ironed out for the launch, like, I don't get how people could. I want to say I don't get how people could complain about that, but I don't get how people could go off the handle and make it Bethesda's second worst rated game. Like,
well, like to be fair, the point of a beta is to give feedback and review and like understand what the bugs are and what the issues are.
But like, what
technically,
Matty... sorry, I was just gonna say what Matty made a video about recently. There's a difference between giving constructive criticism and being an asshat, and a lot of people being asshats.
Yeah, that's the issue. It's like I can guarantee if I go on that review page right now, everyone will be like, "Oh, it's not enough stuff," or "This is too boring."
No, it's actually it's funny. Bethesda actually took it down because it was the open beta page, and to be honest, I understand that. I understand that. If those reviews were about the open beta, like why would they apply to the new game when a lot of people like this game? And
it can steer people the wrong way unintentionally, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like I know people would be like, they're pussies. I'm like, they don't care. That would make them less money. Like, who gives a fuck?
And I think the thing that surprised me the most is someone's opinion that I respect very highly is Total Biscuit, and he didn't like the multiplayer and he loved the campaign. But he's not the kind of guy that will say, I don't think he said that as a package, this game is bad or good or whatever, but he gave his opinions with regards to both of them. I just didn't understand how there was such a huge shift from being Bethesda's second most hated game to being loved more than Fallout.
That's very true. I think, to me, I think it's a surprise factor, because I think Wolfenstein's a good example, because Wolfenstein was a game that people were like, Wolfenstein, I'm excited for it. Whatever, obviously there was the hardcore, I don't want to say niche, but that fan group who was like, I grew up with this, man, it's awesome. But when it came out and they made like BJ, this guy who, no one gave a fuck about, like this memorable, awesome, emotional character, and they told a great story, and now it's like one of the most loved games in recent memory, and I think that's part of the reason why with Doom it's so loved, because it surprised people, and that's a big thing with games, is surprises. And it's interesting though with Doom, because they showed like the final, like a glimpse of the final level online on IGN. Like, to me, that was I still think that was so dumb.
That was weird.
They did a lot of preview streams for the single player. Like, they put a lot out there, but I think a lot of people a lot of people decided with the beta, they're like, okay, I think people are overreacting, but I'm gonna wait until reviews start coming out. And when people got the full game, are like, this is actually really good. I think that's why there's this overwhelming support, because people are like, it actually is good, and they try it and they're like, wow, this is. And I think that's part of the reason why.
I'll be the one to say it. I think people jumped the gun with the open beta reviews. I think that they judged the game too quickly. I think even though it was an open beta review page, people still should have been aware that this was a beta of one aspect of the game, and it was dumbed down. And people shat on Doom as a game as opposed to Doom's open beta. You know what I mean? So they were so critical of it, and then it comes out and it's all good. And to be honest, Matty, I think a large reason why Bethesda didn't send out early review codes was because of that. I think that was the reason. I do.
Let's talk about that a little bit now. That was the other part of the review discussion. Is just the fact that Bethesda denied review codes. Not denied review codes, because you did end up getting a code. Yeah. But it wasn't before launch.
Well, Ellie's been quiet, so we'll get Ellie's opinion on it. What do you think, Ellie?
On the review codes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, I don't like officially make content on video, I guess, on YouTube, I guess. So it doesn't really affect me personally, but I see how it can affect you guys. I know for like when I was waiting for Fallout 4 to come out and I really wanted to make content straight away, I went to the midnight release, I came back and I installed it straight away and started making videos straight away. So imagine the stress it would have put on you to not get a review code and have to do the exact same thing for thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So,
except,
I mean,
Lone was like, hey, I'm going to get it 2 weeks early and not tell anyone and join the podcast for 2 weeks.
I was under NDA. What do you want me to do? Break NDA.
I love giving you shit about it.
Fucking son of a bitch. All right, I'll tell everyone the story because I don't have to be quiet about it now. So what happened was, I'm
actually curious to hear this. This is the first time I'm hearing.
You're hearing? Okay, all
right. I'm gonna get back in my chair.
So this is the first game that I was ever going to receive a view code for. So I wanted to make sure I was acting in the best. Oh, there goes Maddie's camera.
I'm here. I don't know what the fuck's happened to my camera.
Turn off and on.
That's gonna come across in the recording. So you better.
That's fine.
You better show your camera, Maddie. There it is.
Hi.
It's loading. It's loading. I love how this overlay picks up all of that. There it is. All right, so the first game that I was ever going to get early, and I wanted to act my best, and I was very surprised as to how early these review codes came out. Now, I don't know why I received it so early in comparison to someone like Matty. Maybe it was because of the different approaches between the Australian Bethesda or ZeniMax and the American. But a large reason why I received it early is because the PC review codes didn't come out until the week after. And Bethesda was like, we can still send you an Xbox One code. I'm like, fuck yeah. Or a disc. So that's why I reviewed the game on Xbox One, because I had an entire weekend and a little bit of the next week to play the game, and then I received the PC code as well. So that's what happened. So then when I played the game, I played the Xbox One version all night, and then we recorded a podcast. And I didn't tell Matty or Noah that I had the game, and we were kind of like talking about it, and I was putting it on like, yeah, I'm so excited, I haven't played. It was pretty funny.
Because it was brutal, because I do it as a joke to Lone, but it was brutal because that episode we talked about review copies. I'm like, I don't know if they're going to do it. Lone's like, oh, they will. Trust me, they will. They'd be dumb not to. And I'm thinking like, oh, yeah, he's in the same boat as me. But he's sitting there like, he knows everything.
He's playing it while he's talking on the podcast.
Like he's just sitting there staring at it in the corner.
I apologize. But again, I was under NDA, so I was going to respect that. I didn't even tell Matty in a Twitter DM, which is something, like, we talk about everything, and I didn't do that. So I was really good. Anyway. Yeah. But back to Demon's review codes. What do you think, Matty?
I get it. One reason a lot of my viewers brought up why they may have not have done it is because you've seen with the public betas with Fallout 4's DLC, it's no one gives a fuck. They just spoil it all. It's like it's so stupid.
No one gives.
I hate that. But with Fallout 4, there was a lot of spoilers. It was so ridiculous. So I think like Bethesda's trying to find a balance right now with review codes and really making like a list almost on who they can trust when it comes to that stuff. For me though, it's just like if I'm in Bethesda's shoes, and I know Lone will play devil's advocate when I say this. If I'm in their shoes, I see like, all right, the beta's not getting good reception. People seem skeptical. Let's get this in. Let's get this in people's hands early because they know the game better than all of us. I'd be like, at least from my impression so far, I'd be like, this game's fucking awesome. We know they're gonna like it. We just need to get it in the trusted hands of certain creators so that they can tell people that it's good. Yeah, I don't know. But it's also smart in the sense because now word's traveling by just word of mouth on Twitter how good the game is, and people it's just trickling into everyone's feeds, and they're like, "Huh, Doom is good, huh?"
Yeah, like as always, there are arguments on both sides. So what Bethesda said were that we didn't want to send out review codes early because we want people to review the game as a package, so with the campaign and multiplayer. And it wasn't until the launch of the game that the servers were ready and that multiplayer was active. Now, some people would argue that, well, you could have just sent us the single player, but I question how that would have worked because do we expect them to send a separate code for single player and then a separate split file for the multiplayer and then somehow combine that at the end? Or do you send it the entire package and just have the multiplayer inaccessible so people can play the single player component? So there are arguments on both sides. I think Total Biscuit said that a lot of games actually have multiplayer servers up before the launch, so reviewers or YouTubers or critics or whoever can play it and test it before that. But then I would say, well, how do you expect them to get the full experience if there's no one playing this game and they can't find any games? Like, do you want like reviewers to get together and find a multiplayer lobby? Is that truly representative of what the multiplayer is going to be like at launch? I think it's actually detrimental to the consumer. So again, arguments on both sides.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, it's like, after playing the beta, playing a bunch of more multiplayer for Doom, I think to myself, like, the multiplayer, I don't want to say it has nothing to do with the campaign, but it has no impact on the campaign. The campaign has no impact on the multiplayer. Like, they're two separate experiences where I think their excuse is kind of bullshit, in my opinion, where I feel like, I felt like I wasn't missing anything from the multiplayer while playing the campaign, where I feel like it's just, I don't know. It seemed like a less confident move, in my opinion. That's what I got from it. And I think, for me personally, a lot of consumers get concerned when they see that kind of thing. So the invested consumers, I mean, who do pay attention to when reviews drop and stuff, because they're like, oh boy, no review codes means that they're trying to hide it so that people will just buy it on launch day on their own without being influenced.
What do you reckon, Nissan?
Yeah.
You know, that trick.
Where's my goal?
That reminded me of that.
Flashback.
Yeah.
Here we go. Story time.
No, it's so funny because the two people in this call, Ellie, Nissan, you were both there during this moment.
Yep.
I'm on Ellie's streaming. I'm in the Skype call with them talking, and you guys are playing Club Penguin, right?
What the fuck is Club Penguin? God damn it!
Look, look. We have had Club Penguin streams.
That's weird.
You know whose fault that is?
Fucking nerds.
That's her fault. It's your fault.
You know, okay. My laptop died, right? It couldn't handle it.
Sure it did.
But I wanted to stream and something about it, and the only thing it could run was like website flash games.
What about Minecraft?
They wanted to play something all together. So what? No, couldn't even run Minecraft. So I was like, you know what, Club Penguin, let's do it. Went up and did my character I've had for like 6 years. I was set.
Who was trying to get me to play Club Penguin? Was it Trex?
Yeah, it was Trex.
Fucking Trex.
Now they're on the box.
Probably me.
Yeah, but during that stream, I'm sitting there reading like Knights of the Old Republic 3 articles and rumors and stuff, and I spend like 5 minutes reading a full-length article on how there's an HD remaster coming, and it came from a bunch of trusted sources that were cited. I was all hyped reading this, and all of Nissan goes, okay.
I was like that. I went back to play Mafia too. I was like so involved in that team deathmatch game, man.
You know what?
Anytime to be fair, it was fun morning. All right.
Anytime Nissan asks me a question, I'm just gonna be okay.
That's what he did. Yeah, there was just like a 5-second pause, and Nissan's like, okay, like he just didn't know how to do, like what to say right there.
I was like too involved in that game.
I didn't know what to say because I had him play the games. So I'm like,
I was like 35-12. All right, I was going good.
Nice.
I had.
But to close out the Doom thing, look, I think there are obviously arguments on both sides, and people are going to think what they think. I can't be a hypocrite and say, it's okay that they didn't send out review codes, because I really wanted one. Like, I did want a review code. It helps from my perspective, in terms of me being able to set some time aside, play the game without being rushed or feeling rushed to actually review it. And the same thing happened with Fallout 4. I had 2 weeks to play this game before launch, and I still used the same footage from that fucking those play sessions. So I can't be a hypocrite and say there's no issue with it. It would have helped me.
That's the thing. I didn't want to toss that perspective out there because I don't think many can relate to it. But yeah, it helps in the sense that you when you get the game to review on launch date with everyone else, you feel like you are competing with the fucking world. And I know that YouTube's not really competition, but you definitely want to be one of the. You want to get your review out sooner than later because there's like a time limit for how much people give a shit about that game before the review doesn't have a huge impact. And also it does matter when it comes to views as well. You want people to tune into this stuff you're spending a lot of time playing and making. And especially with a review, you got to look at everything in a game. So it's not like you can just kind of willy-nilly make it. So you want to get it out as soon as possible, and it's most effective if you get it out closer to launch. But when it comes to games like Doom, I probably won't have my review out until like Monday.
To be honest, I'm not going to have a review. I don't think it's worth it. The thing I will say is that if you don't get a review right when the embargo lifts, then you're at a complete disadvantage. Even if it's like several hours afterwards, there is like tens, if not hundreds of reviews already out there beating you to the punch. You've just lost all of that prioritization in YouTube search rankings. It's gone. I know people like Total Biscuit or Angry Joe could make a review later and still get a bunch of views, but in terms of smaller guys, you need to be the first one out there. But anyway, Maddie, are you messaging your girlfriend?
I was watching a video that just popped up actually.
That's why your Skype cam's so shit. Okay, I get it.
No. That's just that. I honestly think that's just my webcam because whenever I use it too much, it's like it overheats and just stops working and it just flickers and shit.
Your webcam overheats. That's the first.
I'm not even kidding.
That's like mine though. Mine does it too. Don't worry. Like my camera gets horrible after using it.
Yeah, like when I use it for more than an hour, it's just like.
I don't know what the issue is.
When I stream,
I mean, my Hugh Jackman picture is looking just great right now. Perfect quality.
Yeah, I'd like.
Well, let him lie down
on the couch.
Give us,
That's perfect. That's brilliant.
Picture.
Anyways, Dishonored 2.
How about hold on before Dishonored 2? Hold that, Ellie. I hope you have all the Dishonored 2 stuff ready. But I want to talk about a much more important and pressing issue than Dishonored 2 right now.
Oh, here we go. What do you want?
Reports say Prey 2 is to be revealed at E3 2016 is under development by Arcane Studios in Austin.
I love how it's just like, we need to talk about something important. Pause, up close to the mic. Prey 2 review.
I mean, are you kidding me? Like, I want this so badly. In fact, I wanted it so badly in my predictions video. I was like, Prey 2 is going to happen. I don't know who, but that game looked too fucking cool to let go. If I'm Bethesda and I look at that game, I'd be kicking myself. I'd be like, why did we cancel that? So I think it's not going to be the same Prey 2 we saw in, I think, 2011 or 12. It's going to be like a whole rebooted project in Arcane's light. But this is not the one who's making Dishonored. They're in France, maybe, right? I think. Ellie?
Yeah,
help me out.
No
Drowning here?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, France.
Good. All right, yeah. So there's 2 Arcane Studios, and I don't think Austin's ever done anything yet. So they've been working on something, I believe. We just don't know what. I could be wrong on that as well. But yeah, that's a rumor right now. How hyped are we? Are we as hyped as I am right now, or am I alone on this?
I never played Prey.
Yeah.
I've never played Prey either. I've never played it either.
Why are you so hyped?
Why are you so hyped for it then? That makes no sense.
It looked so fucking cool.
Oh god.
Have you seen the gameplay video?
I hope.
You're such a Bethesda fanboy,
so we can make
man.
fun of you.
Yeah. What the? I hate you.
Okay.
God.
People can now see the hate in your eyes.
Yeah. Go on, Ellie. Handle Dishonored 2.
Ellie, talk about Dishonored 2.
Oh.
Just take the ball and run with it.
Dishonored 2. Jesus.
As she,
Alright,
she
so
pulls up her
What
manuscript.
are we gonna talk about first? We're gonna yep,
Just
yep.
2 pages.
Hey.
Like, it's no joke.
I sat there and I made a Google Doc with like.
I swear on my life, I was about to say, I bet Ellie has a
4,
Google Doc.
5, 6.
Okay,
Alright,
I have a
6
Google Doc with
pages.
all the information. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
6 pages.
6. Yeah.
Wait, 6 pages on Dishonored 2. Okay.
And then we've
Shit.
got another one with Emily
There's more.
shit. And then
Yeah.
it's like
That's
there's
like
more.
2 pages. That's like
I've got like 3 Google Docs in general.
Yeah, so it's like about 8. She has about 8 or 10 pages that has been compiled of just Dishonored 2.
Wait,
Like
Nissan,
it's like
you
all
have
of-
access to this Google Doc.
I have access
Yeah.
to all the Google Docs.
He watches me work.
Yeah.
All my shit.
Alright.
so
Well,
He just watches the.
That sounded right.
Anyway, so what are we going to like talk about first?
Glad someone heard that.
Wait, what'd you say?
he said nothing.
Okay.
Ellie, talk about Dishonored 2.
I will go back and listen to this. I'll hear it.
All right.
I'm gonna call you out after this podcast gets
Don't fucking say anything bad.
released. All right.
No.
So what? We've obviously got 2 main protagonists now. We've got Corvo and we've got Emily. Both we've got information for them now on their powers. We're gonna talk about which one we're gonna talk about first. Really,
Emily.
there's a lot of new stuff.
Emily.
Of
Emily.
course you would say Emily.
Emily. All
I'm
right.
fucking hyped to
Well,
play as him.
With Emily, yeah, she looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
She honestly, I think she's got that dynamic with Corvo. Like Corvo's more like teleporty,
Mm.
and then she's more like hand like on the ground. Like she's got her vine thing instead of blink, so she's like physically moving.
I like how they have different powers in that sense.
Yeah.
See, that's interesting because Blink was a
so
good
it's really,
bailout
like,
power.
Yeah.
You'd use it to get out of trouble, but
Yeah.
like if you're physically
definitely.
moving,
Emily's like, you're going to be seen. You're going to be seen, Emily, if you go across here.
I
hope you
wonder
know
if
that.
Vine
And
can
she's like,
be...
yeah, whatever.
What's it called? Is it called Vine, or are we just adopting that as a term?
Yeah, no, it's fine, definitely. No, it's far reach.
Cool.
So yeah, it's short distances. It's like she's like
she's trying so hard, but her
Not really.
connection's just
But
not.
it's like a graph.
Not agreeing.
Her connection's just not.
We can't understand you.
And
Can't
it's not even
see
that. Like I
you.
know that I'm actually.
Oh,
Dude,
okay,
it's hard to watch. I'm just... Oh, God.
Maddie's like up close to the camera. He's just like, oh, my God. This is interesting.
We're trying.
So this is the thing, and this is for audio listeners as well. Whenever like we were trying to do this test with the overlay and the cameras, its connection problems are like times 10 because cameras make things so much more difficult. And I think in the future we might experiment with, for example, Matty recording on his side, and I'm not going to have my face cam, obviously, so he doesn't need to worry about a drop in connection there. Then he can record his own face cam separately, and then maybe Noah does the same. So we apologize if it hasn't been the most, great quality experience, but we're trying.
That's not enough.
I'm definitely trying. So.
Is that not enough, Matty? Well, fuck you then.
I'm just being an entitled viewer, standard.
We bought your house. We pay for your food. Anyway.
Do we want to try this Dishonored 2 news again, or...
Do you want me to talk about some of it?
Yeah, maybe... yeah, I don't know.
Help me. Help me out.
Well, what do you want me to talk
You've
about?
got my shit.
Yeah, what do you want me to talk about?
Hasn't there been news recently come out for it?
Emily.
Oh, you gotta go back and look at the
Hold
other
on.
document.
I love how you guys have the same Google Doc, and Nissan's like, alright, I'll look at this page of the Google Doc, alright? What page is it?
No, I got.
What paragraph
I don't know.
number?
I don't know. I don't know where I put it.
But you guys can hear me, right? Or is it literally that bad?
No, we can hear it now.
It's when you talk for too long.
Yeah, it's like...
What? I didn't mean it like
It's
that.
not...
I know. It just came across like that. It's funny.
Alright. I'm out.
Where's Emily's
Fuck
stuff?
this,
I'm looking
look at
for
you.
it.
Ellie, Maddie says don't talk for too long.
Stop.
It was a joke. I apologize.
Where
We
is it?
Smoked too much in high school, bro.
Look at
I
Maddie
made
on-
this some.
Maddie, are you messaging your girlfriend? Just tell me right now. It's okay.
When you see my eyes go down, I'm looking at my phone. But I do this every podcast. You've just never seen it.
Well, now people can see you.
All right.
Well, I'm not talking. Now I am. Eye contact. I am.
Hugh Jackman is not impressed.
All right. What? Oh my God! There's 6 pages for Emily's stuff. So that's what 12 pages in total.
Jesus Christ!
What do you want me to talk about?
I mean, I
This
just
is
wanted to cover
hilarious.
like 3 articles that came from Game Informer. Ellie, what the hell have you done?
No, there's like.
I do a lot of research.
That's a lot of
Oh
research.
yeah. Well, in this case, I just ripped the whole article.
If
so you know.
Ellie's not the definitive Dishonored 2 source, then I don't know who will be.
All right. What? Seriously.
Wait, hold
what
on,
am I?
Maddie. What were these articles?
All right, I'll grab them right now.
He's
There's
on
one on
his
Corvo.
phone. This is fucking.
There's one that outlines Corvo.
Well, because I asked Ellie if she had them. She said she did, but connection's not allowing it.
I mean, I can't talk for too long, apparently. No one wants to listen to me.
Okay. All right.
I love the banter.
There's Emily's outline, there's Corvo's outline, and then there's another one that just like gives an overview or something, like just general stuff about the game.
I was talking about I was talking to Lone about this on the stream the other day, and I was just like, I forgot about the meme where it was like Lone sitting there as Mr. Burke in Fallout 3, but it was a kangaroo photoshopped to his head. It's like, excellent.
I'll start saying excellent a lot more in the podcast. I promise. Anyways.
Okay, let's start off with the fact that Dishonored is going to unsurprisingly have a gameplay reveal on Twitch and YouTube on June 12th, aka during Bethesda's E3 conference. But what's my bold prediction was that they're going to reveal something like big and surprising. I'm not saying this is it, but like something like co-op. And the reason I say that is just because they're revealing so much details and inside information on what's going on with Dishonored 2 through Game Informer and it being like the cover story that I just get this feeling like there's something else there. Not that they're revealing too much. We haven't seen the game before, but I just feel like maybe there'll be a special little thing there. But that's one thing. I have a bunch of Game Informer articles up right now. And they are multi-page stories. No wonder your shit was fucking insanely long.
Yeah.
It's 10.
6. There's
And then I add shit to my theories.
Yeah. Well, hold on. They got some concept art of Corvo's like outfit and shit. Oh my!
How good does it look?
Oh,
How
it
good?
looks younger.
I love
honestly.
it.
That looks
Like,
so
He
sick.
looks fucking good.
Like
Yeah.
he looks like a younger
I
assassin.
love it.
He's
I
like
love how
50 now.
This isn't
Yeah,
the same
definitely. Like,
same Corvo. He's 15 years older. So how old does that make him now?
54, I think,
so
right?
he's 50. Yeah.
54.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Can we talk about, and it's so funny how this has come up again, the fact that Corvo's going to be voiced now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's voiced by the right guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the guy?
Steve Russell. Stephen Russell.
I'm so excited. Stephen Russell.
Steven Russell is such a good
I'm really
actor.
excited when he comes up.
For those who
I'm so hyped because.
Oh, sorry, Ellie. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Stephen Russell.
No, it's fine.
I was just saying, for those who don't know,
Yeah.
you see, oh, son of a bitch! There's a fucking delay. There's a fucking delay, and anytime I start, you start.
All right, Steven Russell. He did
Oh, you did.
Nick.
This is
Nick
hilarious.
Codsworth.
Where did you get some popcorn?
What?
Hold up.
The shopkeeper
I had
man from
popcorn.
Skyrim.
Let's
that
get
was
right.
You know what? Trying to tell a
This
story.
is great. It's such a mishmash. I love this podcast right now. This is excellent.
Cry.
Maddie's just messaging his girlfriend.
He's just off in his own
Continuously.
world.
God, I'm allowed to do this, man.
You're allowed to be on
No,
the
you're
phone.
not.
It's your podcast. Look at us.
Apparently it is. Apparently it's
You're
mine.
the guests than you are, and you're on your phone.
Oh my gosh. I will go on my phone every podcast. Have you guys... Okay, when you see the face cam up, wait till you guys see Noah. He's always like... looking around and shit like... Oh. Like, all right, I don't want to hear it. Because I see Noah. He's 10 times worse. Me, I'm listening to you guys, but I have my eyes off the camera. I'm staring...
Looking at Noah's cam is really annoying because he doesn't face at the camera. He like looks to the side constantly, kind of like what Ellie is doing right now. And
no, because Noah's got his fucking camera over here, so he's like, "Yeah, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about." I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
anyways, we could probably jump straight to the fan questions if you'd like.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone have any favorite news bits or anything to talk about? Because we're all playing Doom this week. That's kind of it. And that's why we talked about it for so long.
Yeah.
Is anyone... Okay, so any news bits? I asked if any news bits, and all I go is, yep.
Well, hold up. Maddie, ask me if I have a news bit.
Do you have a news bit?
No.
No.
Okay. Nissan, do you have a news bit?
Oh, what?
Do you have a news bit?
Okay.
What the fuck? That was a yes or no question. Ellie, can you help me out here?
I do have a news bit. I'm just watching.
Sounds like she's just underwater now.
She's gone.
She's like,
It's like X Factor over again. Somebody's like mic breaks.
We're jumping to the fan questions. All right.
no, we're not. I have news I want to talk about.
What do you
Watch
want?
Dogs 2 will have a new tone.
What will have a new tone?
Watch Dogs 2.
Who gives a fuck about Watch Dogs?
I'm curious.
No one likes Watch Dogs or whatever.
This guy said that in an earnings call that will add feature innovative gameplay. Although it would have been weird to hear him say that it featured desperately hackneyed gameplay. So maybe don't take quite as much from that one. Early signs are pointing to a Watch Dogs sequel that differs from its predecessor. Last week, a leak appeared to confirm a new main character, while its director had previously indicated the studio is taking risks with the new game.
I remember playing the first one, and I was so angry with myself for buying that because I bought it on release day.
Okay, what was so
absolutely
bad with Watch Dogs? Tell me, because I know it's not liked.
First playthrough, I think, or whatever. It was good and it was all right, but there was a point where it was just it was so boring and I remember I couldn't play it more than once, and after that I tried to play that multiplayer mode or whatever, but it was really bad. It wasn't it was kind of strange and it was just they tried to. It was really a gimmicky game, I guess. So the second one they need to
Was there another issue of the E3 reveal being really cool graphics and then it was dumbed down?
I was on 360, so I didn't care about any other.
I was about to say, I played on PS3 at the time, so I didn't care either. Me personally, I I will say this much. I don't go looking for trouble. So I don't go back to E3 2013 or whatever and go, oh, do the graphics pair up? Like, I don't give a fuck. Is the game good on launch? Yes or no? That's what I fucking care about. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
But Matty, IGN needs to do its comparison videos. I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, they feel that. Them, GameSpot, everyone, they just feel that fucking horrible, horrible cycle. I like Dishonored a lot. Wow, what the fuck? I like Watch Dogs a lot as well. You can see what's on my mind.
You got similar color palettes, right?
Yeah, tell us how you really feel, Matty.
I like Watch Dogs a lot because I really like the world design of the game. It was very natural in my opinion, and they had like all the the lights and the blockers up in like natural areas. Like it wasn't forced. It felt, which I don't think was easy to do in the type of world they built. The story wasn't that good.
It was
Aiden, whatever his name is, suck balls.
Aiden Pierce.
Or something.
Yeah, he's I'm gonna kill you.
I didn't even play the fucking game and I knew the last name.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can you send a medal across as well? I feel like I deserve it.
I'll send a fucking middle finger across.
I got a medal for you. Hold up.
What?
I got a medal right here. Here you go. There's a medal on it.
What is that for? What is that for?
Nothing.
What a dick sucking content.
I want to know what that is for. That is
I'll show you later.
Touch nothing.
I'll show you later.
Maddie's body language is excellent. Just
You'll wait if you ever see me in person, Lone. It's how I am all the time. I'm very fucking,
And you seem very tall as well, Maddie.
I will tower you.
How many feet are you?
7.
Oh, but she's not 7. Fuck off.
6.
Like straight 6 or 6'1" or what?
6'2".
6'2". Jesus Christ, mate.
I'm like 5'7".
That's what happens though. Anytime I post a picture that's my thighs and up, dude, you're so tall. I'm like, yeah, I know. I fucking see myself every day. I hate that. I can't wait to meet you. I don't like when people tell me I'm tall. That's like, wow, you have a face.
I'm gonna call you short.
Wait, you know?
Really?
God, you're so short.
Fuck, Maddie, you're so tiny. God damn it.
I think me and Ellie.
I do have a skinnier frame. I don't say that much.
I think me and Ellie are the tiny people because I'm assuming Lone's gonna be like 9 feet tall or whatever when he sits on the scale.
No, I'm not. I think I am
105.8. I'm gonna go with 5'8".
I'm whatever 178 centimeters is.
Oh, what is that?
Do the conversions.
I got you. 178 centimeters.
You're not that much.
You're 5'8". You're 5'8". Oh, wait.
Nice, Matty.
Hold up.
Did I guess?
You guessed it.
You're 5'8".
Yeah.
Wait, I'm almost as tall as you, Lone.
Yeah.
I never. You can fight me. I got a tail. I got a tail to boot. All right.
I can.
Fuck off.
Let's go.
Are we gonna fight now? Listen,
right now.
Listen, I got Hugh Jackman in my corner. All right, don't mess with me. I'm just looking at the fan questions now to see what we can get. First of all, there was a really funny one that I saw that I just want to mention now. It was about Noah.
Oh no.
It was funny. Fuck.
You don't write these things down, Lone.
No, I'll find it. I bet you deleted it. Someone asked if Noah's Ark is for sale. But no. Alright.
No.
We're just going to jump into the fan questions.
They're going to be mainly in your mentions because I don't have many questions tagged to me. I have who's got the biggest dick. That's what I got.
Okay, we don't have to answer that. It's clearly me. So, what? At Leon _X8. At Leon _X8 asks, who are the top 3 YouTubers you want to meet or have on the podcast? Now, let's just say you want to meet, because I think that's pretty interesting. Ellie?
Ellie, if MrMattyPlays is not in your answer,
MrMattyPlays. God. I'm actually, like, I mean, I've already, like, I know he's really, in the news right now, but Tobuscus, I've already met Tobuscus. He was, like, one of my, like, biggest, like, people to meet. Definitely MrMattyPlays. You're up there.
That's
You're
such a cop-out.
Don't worry.
Such a fucking cop-out.
No, she's not.
You're not allowed to people are already on the cast.
I would say, I've already met you, Learn. I can't. You were on my list.
I can't say Matt either. He doesn't count.
Why? No, I count. YouTuber she is.
You.
All right.
Are we just doing like gaming, related channels?
Just any
channel. Any channel.
Any channel. I don't know if anyone's watched CTFXC vlogging. They do everyday vlogs.
Nope.
Charles Trippy. That is my number one
Trippy?
YouTuber.
Yeah,
I've watched him since day one.
Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about him.
Yeah, like 7 years. Like that's the person I want to meet for sure.
This guy. It's scary.
Shut up.
For me, this is kind of a cop out as well. But the entire Funhouse crew, I really want to meet them, and I'm so annoyed that Joel left Funhouse.
Yeah,
that Spool left Funhouse. It's depressing. But I would love to, meet Lawrence. All the others, Adam, Bruce, and James, and also, what's her name again?
Elise.
Thank you. Sorry, I had a mind blank. Elise. In terms of other YouTubers, I've always wanted to meet Boogie. I think he's a pretty cool dude. Yeah. And lastly, maybe Total Biscuit, and of course, Maddie.
Again, you can't pick the people on the podcast.
Sure I can't. Maddie, what?
You know what? Who I want to? You do YouTube, don't you, Nisa?
One day.
Do you? Huh?
No, because I'm not here. Not count.
Oh. Okay. All right, fine.
One day, Maddie and I are gonna bone.
All right, whatever. I'm gonna drop off. All right.
Lisa, go.
All right. I'd pick Al, Gopher, and maybe How to Basic.
Maddie, he didn't choose us. I think we should be very offended right now.
Yeah. What the fuck is your problem, dude?
You wanna go?
You wanna go? Go where?
You wanna go?
Just.
Wanna go?
Maddie?
See, for me, I've met a lot of my YouTube friends so far. Yeah, because I met the Gamers Joint. I met Al. I met George. Like, these are people who I did want to meet for a while, and I did. I met the Black Okage. I love him. He's cool as shit. So I'm going down my subscriptions right now. I want to meet Jeremy of How to Hockey. I don't know.
As if you want to make kind of funny games.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I could have met them, but they I'm not trashing them when I say this, but because they meet so many viewers, I wouldn't blame them if this were it. But like when I passed them at PAX, and me and my friends were gonna go say what's up to them, introduce ourselves. But I was just like, like they just seem like they're just chilling right now. Like they seem kind of checked out for a little bit there. And I don't blame them. Like I said, they get stopped all the fucking time. But yeah. So for me, I wouldn't say if I'd put them on the list of people I'm like, I want to meet. I'd say I want to meet Jeremy of How to Hockey. He's like he runs a channel, and he kind of like, when I started playing ice hockey, he like makes a lot of tutorial videos, and that's how I kind of started teaching myself a lot. So I'd like to meet him. I'm trying to go down my list here. Obviously, Lone. That's an obvious one. Yes. Yeah, Lone's number one on that list.
See, Nissan, Maddie actually mentions my name.
Cop outs, all y'all.
All y'all, he says.
I'm gonna fight you.
I've met everyone.
I wanna meet Robbie of Open World Games. I like Robbie a lot. Yeah. He's awesome. So I put him there too.
His accent's excellent. I love it.
Yeah. Maybe Pro Jared or Angry Joe if you want to toss in a fourth. Yeah, I like them. That's me though.
Some of these questions.
You want to meet PewDiePie? Pewds?
I would love to meet Pewds, actually.
Is he your favorite YouTuber? He would be.
Pewds is a cool dude. He looks like a cool dude. Here's a funny question, and it's just I just want to mention it because it's funny. At Brandon Bennett asks, if you had to eat another cast member, who would you eat and what part? Note, I'd eat Lone's ass.
That's nasty as fuck. You don't promote these things.
No, Brandon's cool. He's cool. Okay, here's a.
He makes some of the best memes for us.
He does, though. You know what I
mean? The Uncharted 4 review one where it was like excellent and near perfect.
Matty, these are the questions that I like. All right, at Isaiah XCIX, that's a mouthful, asks, "What is the best way to stay motivated?"
Have someone else motivate you.
Matty's just like,
that's not even like,
I am motivated, so
that's not That's
like, yeah, if you have like someone there to help you, that's the best way. Like, find like someone, like a close friend or something to help you. Because like you yourself,
be
like,
involved.
Yeah, like just have other people there. Like, have other people tell you that
like
you can keep going.
Maddie, Nissan, and I are in a like a little group chat thing, and to be honest, like it's more than just banter to me. I think I love like telling you guys like what I'm doing and stuff like that, and having you guys actually support it and give me your feedback and stuff like that. Like having people actually care about what you do is probably the most fueling thing. Having someone who's there saying you can do it, you know, is honestly, and yeah, I do have to. Sir. Okay.
That's so fucking adorable.
Everyone.
I'm just gonna go vomit now.
Okay, you guys are all like.
Oh, that's adorable.
Another aspect that I think is important to stay motivated as well, and obviously on top of having people around you that can help you, is always try and think of the end goal. So, for example, if you're trying to diet, and this literally came up last night with me. I was like, all right, I have pizza in the fridge that I could easily eat and not put the effort in to cook my own food. But I always try and think, how am I going to feel after I eat this pizza? How am I going to feel after I don't exercise? And it's always, I'm going to feel shit. So I try and use that as motivation to do better. So to exercise, to eat well. And even if it's at work, how shit am I going to feel if I procrastinate for another 30 minutes? And then that feeling, knowing how shit I'll feel, pushes me to actually get the shit done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, I'm personally, I'm more of a self-motivated guy.
Yeah.
You know, not to say that other people don't motivate me, but for me, I get up and do things kind of on my own. Yeah. I'll say this much though. I'm not trying to gush or anything or be annoying about it. But it definitely helps when you have a love interest. Because they definitely get you off your ass and make you want to be a better person for them. Not to say that you don't want to be a better person for your friends, but like if you're really crazy into someone, you're like for me, I really started to go into the gym more because of the girl I was dating. Because I was like, you know what, I really want to start. I have like a decent body, but I want to look really good, and so that I don't know. It sounds cheesy and tacky, but it's true. That does help a lot. But for me, at the end of the day, it really I think falls on your shoulders to get up. Put your 2 feet on the ground and do whatever the fuck you have to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not easy though. So yeah, that's why you have your friends. That's why you have your potential girlfriend or boyfriend. That's why you have other sources. But I think when you channel it yourself, like Lone said, you know, where you think of the end goal or whatever, you find it in yourself somehow. It's much more rewarding, and you find yourself motivating yourself easier as time goes on.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of having a partner, that does help. There's a lot of occasions where I'm just, you know, talking to my girlfriend about something, saying, "Oh, I don't know if I should do this or do that," and just being able to have someone there to support you, it is a huge motivator, and especially up for me, for example, after being single for 4 or 5 years, it's so nice to be able to have someone there that says, "Well, you can do that. Why not?" Like when I got my new job. I was not only leaving my current job, but I was moving cities, and a big motivator for me moving was my girlfriend, because everyone else was unanimously saying you shouldn't do this. I had my boss at my old job that literally, like, we had a few conversations that I wanted to leave, and then he sits down with me and he says, "I think you're making a mistake," and I'm just like, holy shit! Like this, everyone is against me, and probably one of the people that was with me was my girlfriend. And help me through that. So I definitely agree.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds tacky because, you know, it always sounds like the option that can just disappear like that. Because you think, like, friends forever, but you don't know about the woman and all that shit. But if you really have, like, a special connection and stuff and you really trust in each other, then it's definitely a good source of motivation. And obviously there's more to it than just, oh, I'm going to use her for motivation. But, you know, it's one of those things that comes if you really genuinely care about the person.
All right, another question at Jacob B. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Jacob Bizia. Okay. What kind of music do you listen to?
Passion Pit. Yes. They are so fucking.
Oh my god, you and Passion Pit.
Yeah.
Wait. Who?
Every time I ask for a
Passion Pit, A$AP Rocky, Wiz Khalifa.
Okay. I like Wiz. I like Wiz Khalifa.
Oh. Kill yourselves.
I didn't expect
wow,
that. You went from
Nissan.
Passion Pit.
Fuck.
You went from Passion it to like Wiz Khalifa. Like what?
Yeah. Like
if you look at like if there's a way to go on Pandora and listen to or look at like the songs I've listened to, like it just sounds like I'm a total stoner. I listen to a lot of stoner music. Kid Cudi, I love him too. I'm not a stoner, but they're all so good.
Yeah,
I love them.
For me, I'm a big fan of R&B and some kind of hip hop. So I love like Trey Songz, Chris Brown, Ty Dolla $ign, those kinds of guys. Awesome.
I'll say this much actually: I like everything but country.
But country is really popular in the States, isn't it?
It is.
In the South.
It is, yeah, and it makes me sick.
I don't know. See, that was one of those. All right, I like I said, I don't mean to like keep going on about it, but like, have you ever? Okay, you meet someone that you're really into, and do you like ever have one of those moments where you like connect on something and you're like, oh my god, kind of things?
Yeah.
I was talking to my girlfriend the other day, and I was just like, we were talking about music and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I basically like anything but country. She's like, I hate country. I just looked her in the eyes. I'm like,
oh my god, me too. We should totally date
so
and do
good.
things.
I was hoping that you were gonna say like she loves country, but that's good. That works.
That would be some funny shit.
She was like, I hate country. And I was like, I hate it too.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
It's funny that you bond with people over the things you hate more than the things that you like. I've noticed that, like with everyone, like when you find something you both hate with someone, it's like for some reason it's a lot like
it's like when you sit down with someone.
We share so much that we love in common. That's the thing, though, is that like it's sickening. It's sickening how long the list is on how relatable we are. But like, yeah, there are things we don't like too. It's insane.
The best thing is when you sit down with someone and you agree on someone you hate that you both hate. That is the best feeling. Like, yeah, I think he's a cunt too. Let's bash him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. Like,
Nissan, what about you? What music? I listened to the Counter-Strike Go soundtrack. Please don't answer the question, damn it.
You're so triggered. Goddamn. What's wrong with you, Lone? Look what you've done.
I've been listening to Shinedown a lot. I guess they're like a hip.
What genre are they?
I don't know. I don't know genres of music. I just listen to music. I honestly don't know. But like, I don't know. There's just that band.
Fair enough.
It's like a chili.
Yeah, it's like they're kind of like they're not like Wiz Khalifa over here.
Wiz Khalifa is great. Wiz Khalifa and Ty Dolla $ign, they do so many collabs together. Oh man, love it. What about you, Ellie?
I'm really crazy with my music. Like I'm all over the place. Definitely I really love rock. So AC/DC and Guns N' Roses are like my.
There's always AC/DC. Like every time.
Aki Azaka. I went to the concert last year. It was amazing. It was probably the best concert I've been to. So like a bunch of rock, but I listen to everything. I listen to that R&B stuff that Lone listens to. I listen to pretty much. I listen to Nightcore. I listen to like the emo bands. Like I listen to everything. I'll sit there, like I have different genre playlists, and whatever I'm feeling, I'll play it. And then fucking Nissan has to sit there and deal with it. Like I'll be sitting there singing Nightcore. Like I literally don't give a fuck. If it's music, I'll probably sing it and love it.
All right. Last question from @Austin Horrigan from the Shoddycast. Is actually @AR Horrigan. What is your least favorite accent? I would love to hear your answers on this one.
Oh, that's a good ass question. I hope Austin's doing well. I love you, Austin. I hate Australia.
Well, you know what? I don't like Australian accents.
You know, it was funny. Ellie and I and Nissan were talking about this the other day. It's weird when I hear an Australian accent in a movie. I think it sounds wrong. It just doesn't sound right. Yeah, I'll say it. I don't like the Australian accent because I hear it all the time. It's fucking annoying.
I agree. Yeah, and especially the like over dramatic Australian accent that you hear in like films when they just go overboard, like that really Aussie. Like I just can't.
Oh yeah.
It's like when like an American tries to do an Australian accent.
Yeah, I jumped over the cliffs and there was fish in the water, and I just like
fuck mate, I'm gonna grab my timbuck and go down to the water hole. Nah. Like, shut up.
Stay down the
What kind of noise is
phone,
that?
those-
I'm gonna shrimp on the
What
barbie.
the fuck?
Fucking hell.
Ron, you're an Aussie, you got that wrong.
I said that intentionally. I know it's prawn, alright? Don't trigger me. Do not trigger me.
Oh.
You're triggering me.
All right.
Matt,
Thinking of like,
What about you guys?
I'm awful with accents. Some of them are so thick I can't understand them. But the worst for me, I think I told this story on how when I was at PAX East, like I couldn't. I was talking to some PR guy and like he had the thickest, fucking just unreal thick UK accent, and I couldn't understand him.
Was it like we were Cockney or like what was it?
Oh, dude, and a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, but I hate that accent just because of that moment right there. I have I told this story before? If not, you guys are in for a good story.
I haven't heard it.
Okay. Oh boy, because Al and George teased me about it all fucking weekend after that moment. So, when you're on the media list for PAX, you get to. I told this story on stream. That's where I told it. So this might be a repeat for some listeners, but. When you're on the media list for PAX, you get emails on people wanting to check out your games and stuff. And so I got an email from this guy, Nick. He's like, hey, we want to check out this game. I was like, this looks interesting. So we set up an appointment and everything. It was like Friday at 5. I went to check out the game. And he came up and he started talking. I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, no, he's got such a fucking heavy accent. I'm so fucked. It's loud at PAX. I'm tired at this point. And I'm just bad with accents in general. So I'm sitting there thinking like, fuck, I'm going to have to try to bullshit so hard here, but I'm going to try really hard to zone in and listen to him. So, like, Connor and Ivan are with me, and the one time they just sit back and let me take the conversation, I fucking destroy it in a bad way.
What did you do? What did you do, Matty? Fuck.
He comes up, he's like, oh, hey, what's going on? I'm Nick, nice to meet you. I'm like, hey, I'm Matt, and all that stuff. And he's like, you guys here to check out the game? I was like, yeah, and this isn't exactly how the conversation went, but there were just two highlight moments that were inexplicably bad. So bad that he just gave us the controller at the end of it and walked away. That's how bad it was.
Oh my god.
I didn't even see him after that. He didn't even say goodbye to me. That bad.
No.
Because like he asked
Did
me
you like insult his mum or something? Fuck it.
He took it personally though. He asked me like what talent I was with, which is a question I've never been asked before. Like, what talent are you with? I was like, what the but
as
when
in,
he
like,
said
curse?
yeah, I guess that's what he meant. Or like, I guess he was asking, like, what were we representing? Which I'm myself. So like me, I'm not representing a talent. Like I am, quote, the talent.
Yeah.
You know. So I've never been asked that question. So when he comes up and he says in this heavy fucking accent, "What talent you with?" All I hear is, like all I hear is Italian, like that, and I'm like, did he ask if I was fucking Italian? And like, I look at him, I'm like.
Yes,
I look at him and I'm like, nah, people think I'm Irish because of my hair and stuff. I'm actually Italian.
Did you actually say that?
Yeah. I'm like, people think I'm Irish and everything, but I'm Italian. He's like, he looked at my friends, looked at me, and they looked at me and they're like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, he's like, I asked what talent you're with. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. You know, like I played it off like, okay, that was a bad fuck up of like, we'll just forget about it kind of moments.
Matthew
I was like,
God damn it.
No.
I was like, yeah, I'm MrMattyPlays. You know, we emailed a little bit. He's like, all right, cool. Fuck, what did he say next, dude?
There's another fuck up.
There is, yeah. There's another one that really just put the icing on the cake. Oh yeah. Then he's like, he asked once again. I think a part of the issue was he was speaking really fast too. So he went to go like, you checking out the game? And all I heard was like, you having a good day? And I'm just like, I put my hands on my hips. I'm like, yeah, I'm having a pretty good day, like that. And he's just like, all right, let's go play the game. He's just like, me. I'm just like,
Christ.
And like literally, he walks away. I'm holding the controller. I just slowly turn to look at Connor and Ivan. I'm like, I fucked up so bad. And they're like, what did you hear? I'm like, they're like, you look like an idiot. Like I was just like, I know, I fucked that so bad.
That's so funny.
So the whole weekend, anytime it was a good opportunity, George or Al would be like, yeah, I'm Italian, or yeah, I'm having a great day.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. Fuck. What about you, Nisa? What accents do you have?
Similar to what you were saying with your Australian accent. It's like a typical, like stereotypical white Valley girl accent. And Ellie, you
I can do
it
those
all the
really
time.
well.
I want to cry.
Is that like this one? Is this the one that I'm doing right now?
Oh my god, how are
Makes me
you?
cry.
Oh no, Maddie, he's gone.
Like when she does it sometimes, I want to kill myself because it's like it's so spot on. It's scary. And I'm like, no.
So like,
please.
where do you guys like hang out? Do you go to the mall? Is that where you guys go?
Oh my god, can we go to the mall? Let's buy some clothes.
It like what do you guys do at the mall? Like, do you shop or do you sit around look at shops? Like, oh, I wish I was going in there, but I'm not.
We got cheerleading practice later.
Oh yeah, we got cheerleading in like a couple hours. So like.
Hi Maddie, how you going?
Why are you on your phone, Maddie G? I wonder why.
What are you doing?
This is great for the visual listeners. Visual listeners? What the fuck?
I have a message from Connor that says, "You suck massive kangaroo balls and fuck yourself." Why did you message that?
Jesus Christ, that's unnecessarily mean.
No, we talk to each other like that all the time. Like, all right, here we go. Hold on, I'll read you some of our recent texts.
That sounds good.
What do you do? Okay, I'll read a line of text from Connor. Not what I said, but a line of text from Connor. What are you doing, dick fart? I fucking hate you. You said it was his birthday today. You fucking suck. I hope you get punched in the face. You were the worst. I fucking hate you. Die. I can't believe you're such a savage. God fucking damn it. What the fuck? Fuck that shit.
Holy shit.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
You,
the fuck ditching the podcast I can't ever go on. What a weeb. He was talking about Noah there. Yeah.
Christ. Alrighty, we can end the podcast there. That's fucking like we engage in banter, Maddie, but that's another level.
Was that 5 user viewer questions?
I don't know if it was 5.
It reminds me of a funny story though. Last night, when I got home at like 1 a.m., yeah. I wanted to get food, so Connor picked me up, and he calculated the money I needed to spend for E3, and I had to pay him back. And so we go to my ATM, we start taking the money out and stuff, and like his wallet's like full of fucking cash. And you know how you have like in the car, you'll have like the radio, and then you'll have that little space beneath the radio where you're like store stuff. And Connor's like fucking being a cocky douche with the wallet full of money. He's like, my wallet's so full of money. I can't fit it in the space here. I'm like looking at him like, you're a fucking scumbag. And all of a sudden, he fucking puts his wallet in. It gets like into the actual slot, and he pulls, and it yanks the fucking car radio and all his vents out, and it like yanks everything out into his lap, and it's just sitting there. He's like, "What the fuck, man?" And he's like bugging.
No.
He's like, "Matt, you're fucking helping me."
Oh my god.
Oh my
so
god.
Good.
Oh, man, I started fucking crying. It was so funny because he yanked out the whole fucking radio. Because he was complaining on how he spent like $1,000 for E3 that he didn't have, and he thought he had to replace his whole console area for his car.
That's great.
It's so funny.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Maddie, you want to wrap it up?
Don't we usually let the guests wrap it up?
Yeah. Nissan and Ellie, you guys are all adorable and shit, so you can end the podcast together.
Why do you have a pink bottle, Nissan, but you got like apple juice?
Green tea.
Oh no, hold on. Let me impersonate Nissan's ending of the podcast.
What?
Okay.
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 Wait, was that? Were we actually on that?
You fucking nerds! I hate every single one of you. I want to punch you in the throat. Fucking nerds.
Right here. I'm right here.
At least it's not my face.
You know what, Maddie?
Yeah,
Maddie, whenever I do meet you, you're going to be standing there on like a sidewalk, and I'm going to run and clock you in the jaw with my fucking elbow and break your fucking jaw.
You have to jump to reach him, Lone.
I'll fucking soar through the sky. Phenomenal elbow, that cunt in the head.
God. He'll jump off
Roll the top rope. My God, he killed him.
Somebody stop the match!
Goddamn match.
Jesus.
Oh, this is a massacre.
Stone Cold!
Oh no.
And the podcast is ending now.